Welcome guys to another video today. Today we're going to be talking about my fragrance journey and how it saved me in 2020. And I'm going to start right from the top. When I was working for a nursing home back in 2020, I was vaping on high nicotine for almost a solid 3 years. And this was because I wasn't over somebody that I was reminiscing, and this was high school years and stuff like that. This was probably like 7 years after high school, and I was using smoking to help me get over it. And long story short, I started going out with somebody while I was still broken, but thankfully while I was dating this person helped me understand a little bit more about myself, and why mourning about somebody that didn't even like me back was probably one of the biggest time wasters ever in my life. And it was. And she gave me direction. And she told me I should probably stop smoking. And I did. In 2020 of August, today we celebrate a year. Actually, today we don't celebrate a year. We celebrate 5 years. Because it started in 2020. We're in 2025. And that's when I threw my vape into a trash bin, never to see it again. And I said, I'm going to dedicate these next couple of months, I don't care what I say, to doing these things. I don't care how I feel. I don't care what happens. I'm going broke doing this stuff. And something needs to change. So during this time, I would stop smoking. I would start chewing nicotine gum at the time. And then eventually lean off to regular gum. But I found something more important than anything. And that was fragrances. I found fragrances in 2022 when my girlfriend gave me my very, very first fragrance. And I have it in my collection because it's a memory of that. It's Hugo Boss Tonic. This is a fragrance that smells very similar to Steadily by Parfums de Marly. Would I say it's a direct clone? No, this is probably like 80%, 85% close to Steadily. I like this fragrance because when I spray it, it reminds me of what I had went through. Not only that, but it's also given me a compliment getter fragrance that my girlfriend absolutely loves, and it reminds me that she was there for me, and it reminds me of the fact that in life stuff will get hard, but you can always get out of it. And that's what this fragrance meant for me. Everything. It meant everything to me. And I still wear it every now and then, and I still get really, really great compliments on it. Really, really good stuff. It's cheap. It's like $80. It's a very boozy, aquatic fragrance, I would call it. I like this stuff. It's great. And there's not much of a dent in it because obviously I'm trying to cherish this as much as possible. And not only that, it's a memory, But I do like wearing this when I want to bring up those memories. And that's Hugo Boss Tonic. Second part of this story is there is another fragrance. Now that my mind's been juggling a little bit, I'll have to go grab it. And this is where fragrances create memories. And last year, I had to deal with the loss of my grandfather, who really loved fishing. He taught me how to fish. And was really, really funny. I just really, really enjoyed his comedy. He died because he got shot at. And long story short, I had made him this. I was given this, and I'd completely had forgotten that this was something he had. When I saw this, I literally was in tears because I had shipped this out to him. And there's a fragrance that comes to mind when I think about him and when I think about my journey to Puerto Rico. So it's a mix of two memories of me being in Puerto Rico and of his remembrance. I don't wear this as much, but when I go to Puerto Rico, I told myself I'd bring this with me because I did bring it with me when I was over there. This is Tamarindo by Memo Paris. This is a pineapple-esque pina colada fragrance. It's really, really nice. And when I read Tamarindo as a Puerto Rican, you're like, yeah, this is going to smell like pina colada. And it does. It has the pineapple, it has the coconut. It's slightly sweet, slightly musky. And it projects really, really well. We didn't end up attending to his funeral because of the fact that his face was butchered up pretty bad, so they ended up cremating him and stuff like that. I know this is a very, very dark story, but this is what fragrances are, and this is why fragrances changed me. It's because of these stories. So I'm just amplifying that. So Tamarindo, really, really good fragrance if you like pina coladas for sure. And this reminded me of Puerto Rico and him. Next on my story is a journey to Japan. I went to Japan in 2024. We visited the park over there. I forget the name. It's a very popular park in Japan. And we visited Tokyo. And when we were around there, I was shopping for fragrances because I just wanted to smell everything while I was down there. And the environment over there was just so calm, so relaxing. And I would love to go there again, bro. Like, if for people who haven't gone to Japan, I want to say that it's very calm. It's very peaceful. The energy, as soon as you go outside, it's absolutely beautiful. No matter if the scenery is very ugly. Just the I'm gonna call it aura for lack of definition. Aura there is just very, very calm, you know. No, everyone's rushing, but everything just feels so calm, even in the bigger cities. And walking around there, I came across two fragrances that reminded me of Japan. The first one I'm going to show you was a sample that I bought first before leaving to Japan. I think that's how it went. And when I left to Japan, I used their shampoo conditioner that they had in the hotels, and this smells exactly like it. If this sells out, it's because of my fault. This is the House of Oud the Time. Such a beautiful bottle, but let me tell you how close it comes, bro. You get green tea, you get chamomile tea, you get all of the teas in this fragrance. And it's so nice, bro. Like, nothing comes close to Japan shampoo, hotel shampoo, as this. And I just love this. It's so natural. It's so calming. There's nothing that can replace this. Nothing. It's as far as one of the best tea fragrances that I've ever smelled ever. And if I have to buy 5 bottles again, I will. Because it's that good. Longevity on this is pretty decent. It's natural, so it's not going to stick on your skin, and it's a tea fragrance, so it's just going to smell like you smell like a Japanese resident. I'll just say it as that. At least to me. Again, this is just me. Don't grill me in the comments. Really, really good stuff, though. I love it. Last memory before I close out this video is Japan still. We're walking around Tokyo, and this was our last day. And I'm telling myself, it's our last day. What are we going to do here? And my girlfriend was obviously with me at this time. She's like, we should just walk around and really enjoy our time and really absorb the city for what it is. And we did. And we walk around, we saw a Le Labo store. The Le Labo store was there, and I wanted to try the matcha I wanted to try. And I think it was another I wanted to try. Another 13. So she's like, yeah, of course, let's go in there, see. So in Japan, the Le Labo store, they make lotions in front of you. They make fragrances right in front of you, and they seal it themselves, and they label it for you. And the last fragrance I'm going to be talking about in this video is Lies by Le Labo. This is I think this was probably one of my first niche purchases. I paid, I think it was $250, $275, something like that. But in Japan, they didn't have taxes for people who were traveling. Evidence of that is right here. Oh, 2023. I was wrong. It was 2023. So if you see the bottle in the front, it says in Tokyo right on top. My zoom sucks, but you can tell it says 2023 too. And what I get on this fragrance is, instead of luxury Japanese shampoo, I get the scent of Tokyo when I smell Lies. That's literally what I get. Like, if Tokyo had a scent, it would smell like this. Like, the outside air would literally smell like this. And with this, I get white florals. I could be wrong. I don't want to sound like I know everything, because I don't. I don't have my nose up here. Let's turn on my computer for the meantime. I get white florals and I get musk and something slightly woody. It doesn't smell like sandalwood. Sorry, acid reflux just going crazy. But longevity on this is good. But these are two fragrances that I really, really don't wear because of the fact that they just bring amazing memories. And fragrances can do that for you too. Fragrances can absolutely do that. On the Lies, this has really, really good projection, longevity. It sticks on your skin very, very well. And I would keep this one. Most of these that I've had conversations about are going to be either summer fragrances or everyday wears. But the House of Oud, the Time is most definitely an everyday wear. The Hugo Boss Tonic can be everyday wear. I would probably keep this for the springtime where it's a little bit chilly, but it's still warm. This would be good. Um, and that's how fragrances changed my life in 2020. Now I celebrate 5 years of not smoking. I'm still dealing with some addictions that I would rather get out of my life. The sooner the better, so that my family doesn't have these battles as equally as I do. Because when you're struggling with addictions, and this is just a piece of advice, when you're when you're struggling with addictions, it gets passed down to the people that you decide to put into your life. Whether if that's family, friends, relationships. And the second thing is, you really have to pay attention to your habits. And I really, really struggle with paying attention to my habits as a person with ADHD. We're very not self-conscious about what we do every day. We just kind of just do it. Even if it means harm to us, but at least if it makes us feel good, then we keep on into the habit, which is really, really bad. Because ADHD people, when I was speaking to my therapist, he was speaking about ADHD people have the hardest time with quitting any type of habits because they already have that addiction to dopamine. So it's like you have a regular person and the person with ADHD. The person with ADHD who smokes and the person that doesn't have it that smokes. The person with ADHD is 2 times harder to get out of that addiction. But I do want to amplify on this too, is that when you have a savior and you have God in your heart, he can pull you out of anything. And that's what he did with me with smoking. I believe he can pull me out of my other addictions too. Just as long that I'm staying committed and looking for joy every day, staying busy, making videos, and seeking the true in life and seeking the joy in life. Because when you realize in life, your addictions and the joys in life are separate from each other. Because smoking is just fake joy. Watching certain things is just fake pleasure. And drinking has that same effect too. It's just fake, artificial things. And in this lifetime, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care as much as you do. So that's why you have to pay attention to yourself and what you're doing every day to be one step better and to seek joy. And you seek joy by looking at yourself and being honest with yourself. Is this thing getting me closer to God, or is this thing pushing me away from God? And for the people that watch my channel, I know there's a lot of people that watch my stuff, is that for the unbelievers, is that you just have to realize that joy isn't in overindulging in things that you're not supposed to be indulging in the first place. Because watching certain websites isn't equally as beneficial as actually doing the action. Smoking isn't equally as beneficial as going outside and going for a jog and appreciating nature. Drinking isn't equally as better as sitting down, having a sip of water, and feeling your body getting dehydration. And you're feeling that joy. And I've had that many of times, especially when you have cold showers. You just get that cold, you get that tingliness, and you know that you're alive and that you're still breathing another day. Quick reminder, you're breathing today. Don't waste that day doing things that are fake and artificial. Really seek true life and stay persistent in the things that you do. And you'll grow. I love you guys so much. And that was today's video on how fragrances saved me in 2020. Subscribe to the channel. Peace out. And you already know, I love you guys and God loves you too. Peace.